So thanks for watching, everyone, and welcome to Radio Free QuickBooks TV, or RFQ Television. I'll be your host for the next 15 minutes or so. Woody Adams. I'm a product specialist with Intuit, been with Intuit for about 8 years, dealing mostly in QuickBooks and QuickBooks-related issues. Though I did start in ProSeries, and that's the topic for today. I did start there back in 2004, and of course, pretty much lost as far as Radio Free QuickBooks goes without Stacy, Kildal, Brolin. Don, how are you doing today?
Whoa, curveball.
And I knew it was coming because I looked right at her.
I thought you were going to do
it's the last episode of this season, so I'm going right through it.
It's great. Well, I thought it was going to be the curveball because you had the Red Sox shirt on earlier, which I thought was when you were going to do it. I anticipated incorrectly. But I'm fabulous, thank you. I'm going to steal your word. How about that? Trumped it out. But yeah, things are great. Been having so much fun. The bodyguards again.
I was going to ask.
This season, we've had to have bodyguards after season 1, and that's been super helpful.
Were they actually at the hotel when you guys were
they
there?
Stay right. Yeah, they stay right. They rotate.
Yeah,
connecting rooms and everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been great. But Stace, what about you?
I got nothing.
She's not even fabulous because I stole it.
Took it right out from under me.
It's like taking this water bottle.
Well, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun. And by the way, I just want to thank people for listening to Radio Free QuickBooks podcast. Thanks for that, and watching these episodes. Hope they're helpful. And we always have really cool guests on.
We do.
We're out in Plano, and so we have 2 of the coolest guests here.
Right.
Jose Aguilar and Tracy Anderson. We're talking tax and ProSeries. But Jose, thanks for coming on the show. Product manager of both Lacert and ProSeries, correct?
That is correct.
Awesome. And go ahead and give a little bit about your history with Intuit, and then we'll move on to Tracy.
Sure. I've been at Intuit for 13 years, 13 and a half years, actually, since 1999. I actually developed ProSeries and Lacert before I became a product manager. So.
Oh, wow.
Any good things? I did. I did not.
That's awesome.
So all the really cool code.
Right. All the cool code is mine. Bad stuff that you don't like, it's not me.
All right. Excellent.
Like for the cool stuff, call me.
Right, exactly.
Call me for the good stuff.
Awesome. So Jose Aguilar, very cool. Thanks for coming on the show and taking your time today. Tracy Anderson. Tracy's been here for a long time, so please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, well, I'm Tracy Anderson. I've been here since 2003, actually. I used to support the Lacert and EasyEye products, and then I was a product developer. Actually, Jose taught me everything I knew. I did a little programming there for a while, so he was my mentor.
Oh.
And then I came over as a product specialist with all our new product offerings, which I'm always excited about. It's fun to see where we're going and all the different changes that we're making.
And how many family members do you have at Intuit there, including in-laws and things?
Including in-laws? Goodness. Well, I have 3 siblings, an in-law, my fiance works here. I mean, everybody's here.
This is really the family business. Now, I do want to mention that the last season, when we were doing some filming, we were here, and Tracy, I think it was you, who was using the recycled tray concept at lunch, where they have the trays and they they have their names on them and they wash them, and then we've talked about we need to maybe improve the productivity of the distribution back during lunch. We talked a little bit about that. So we had some lunch together. It was awesome.
It's funny to see them all.
Eco-friendly.
Yeah, to see them all going. Whenever every now and again they'll all go to a meal together.
Yes. Oh, interesting. The Andersons, like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I talk about the Matrix a lot.
So ProSeries, and then we're going to get to tax import as well. But what are some of the now? Don's a longtime user of ProSeries. Stacy does not use ProSeries. She doesn't do much with tax, but that's all right.
If I were going
If
to
you were
do
going
taxes,
to,
I would use ProSeries.
or tax online. But
or
we're gonna
Intuit.
But we're going to do ProSeries. So what are some of the long-standing features that people just come to love about the product?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because ProSeries is actually known for having over 1,000 diagnostics to help you prepare your returns and keep you from sending errors to the IRS or to the state, which is great.
Right.
You don't want errors. We also do less than 1% of e-files that are actually rejected. So
really,
that is
that's
great.
Really, that's cool.
So they're telling you before you're messing up.
Exactly. Those features are amazing. I love them, and customers love them.
No, that's huge. And how many ProSeries customers do we have?
We have over 65,000 ProSeries customers.
That's a lot.
So Don, how long have you been using ProSeries?
Been using ProSeries for about 8 years now. You know, this will be my second tax season in my own practice, which is super fun.
Right.
So it's great. So I've actually been able to really wrap my hands around it because now I have control of it.
And what are some of the what do you love about it? I mean, what are the key things for you?
For me, I feel like I'm able to be in the return and not just filling in data. So I'm able to be in a 1040 and drill down into so wages in the W-2s, just use line 1 for instance.
Right.
But I'm just really able to go to the 1040 and then work, in my opinion, do the workflow as if I was filling out the return. We talked a little bit about Lacert is similar to that. But I like to, it's really, in my opinion, it's pretty easy to use, pretty easy to get along with.
Like you said quick, so it's quick entry.
That's right.
Quick entry features in the product.
Love the back button. So, you know, if you drill in, if you just drill into a W-2 and you're like, I just want to go back to where I just was on the 1040 to see, did it populate properly?
Oh, wow.
For instance, or things like that. You want to kind of, because, you know, you always want to read the return. You don't want to just be entering data and not thinking. Right. The data entry should be almost automated, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Right.
Because we as accountants, when people say, oh, you just throw numbers in there. Yeah, that's what I do. No, I'm looking out for different tax scenarios to try and help you better off. But that's what I want to do. I want to read the return.
And Tracy, you had a long-standing feature that ProSeries you're telling me before.
Oh, yeah, there's actually the ability to fill out a template so that when you create your returns, it starts out with information that you already want to have included. So if you always have a state that's on a return, you can add that up front. It just kind of helps shorten your time every time you create a new return.
Time saving, perfect. And it's been around for how long, ProSeries? It seems
since the DOS days. So if you know tax, Dynatax, don't say anything because I don't show you anything.
But at least since then.
Right.
All right, very good. So, new features for ProSeries 2012. Yeah.
Well, we're very excited. I mean, we have so many that I brought some paper here with me.
No, please, let's do that.
So we have our redesigned Schedule D feature, which is great. It's new and improved to help you with your capital gains and losses entry. Okay. It's a quick entry mode, so you can always go in there, do it quickly, or you can go back and do it the long way. However you want to. We have support of the 1040 AMT NOL, which is a great feature. We also have a very good feature, is the 1040 PDF attachment. We can actually attach a file in the 1040 program, which is a great feature. You may not have to send your 8040 anymore. I mean, we also have an option where
that's awesome.
Exactly. We have an option where you can send both. Because the program is so smart that it'll tell you if you need documents, if documents were not attached, then the 8453 can be used to send the paper file, or you can attach the document. So your choice. So it's a great feature. We have the ability to sanitize clients, to claim the client.
Yeah, because you know what they.
What does that mean? Wait, sanitize.
Sanitize. So we have a little washer and dryer attached to the engine. So we wash the clients.
Scrub them good.
We scrub them good. And they're clean, so you can send those clients to support so they can help you.
Awesome, sanitized.
Right. And of course, we have the modernized e-file for 1040, which is allowing us to do the 1040 PDF attachment, which is a great feature as well.
That's awesome.
Very cool. And anything with mobile or yet or in the works that you can't really share about new things, but mobile.
We're always, you see my number right here? Call me, email me. I want to hear your, what do you want? What do you want me to do for you? Tell us, talk to me. I would love to hear from the customers.
I'm moving to Plano.
Yes.
I meant to say that earlier.
Yeah, well, when you're here, they're just pulling in all the meetings too.
Yeah.
Because you're using all the stuff.
Just do it.
Very good. And the balances from QuickBooks go to ProSeries as well.
I personally don't use that feature, but it is possible, yes.
Very good. Let's do this. Let's kind of segue to tax import. Have Tracy give us an overview of that and what it's about, how you can get into it for free, right? Because there's some free return. And then we'll come back for a quick demo of ProSeries, Jose, if that's cool with you. And we'll roll on. So Tracy, tax import. I know we talked with Mary about Lacert, because it works with that as well, but also ProSeries.
It does, and it's really exciting. So one of the very cool things that we have this year is that So we've had 5 free uses. If you're an RFQ user, you automatically get 5 free uses of tax import. Unlimited users get 25 free uses of tax import, which is really exciting.
Wow.
A lot of people still aren't familiar with this feature, and it's really amazing because it actually has 2 separate functionalities. One of them is that you can download financial institution data directly from the financial institution and have it populated in the return for you.
Nice.
And that goes pretty fast. So from the point that your client sends that data to you to the point you receive it, takes about a minute and a half. It goes super fast.
How many institutions?
We work with 18 financial
Oh, wow.
institutions.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's with the direct download. Now, if
Okay.
that's not the institution you want to work with, that's okay, because we'll still take that 1099-B, and then you can scan that in and send it into our servers. Our second functionality is that we take all of your scanned PDFs of those source documents,
Right.
and then we bring it into this nice, handy little pre-import review tool
Yeah.
where you can look at everything and then bring that into the return as well. The biggest thing is that we're trying to save with manual data entry because we know that's just the biggest chunk of the return, and it's not the most value for your
Right,
time.
yeah. That's,
It's brutal. So if you got somebody out there, oh no, I just, I did a couple stock transactions, they hand you 6 pages. You're like, really? Okay, your return just tripled
yeah, right.
because of the data entry.
Right.
And you said earlier that one of the new features, if you need to do the data entry, that you're gonna have a little bit easier view. I'm guessing it's not 2-line. I'm gonna describe it as a 2-line entry as you're working through when you're in there in the schedule. You typically have 2 lines to fill in. Is it just longer?
It's actually quicker.
It's just
you
quicker,
Can, you can
okay.
do totals also. So if you have, you can attach a PDF attachment. So
Oh,
you
so
can
that's
extract
pretty
and
awesome.
actually
That's
do the
sweet.
totals. So that's perfect. So it saves
Okay.
you time. So you can
Right.
tell the client that it took you 2 hours, but it's actually dropped it easy. That it
Right.
takes you a minute. So
I love
Nice.
that on the scanning the PDF. So if I scan you that schedule, because maybe it doesn't do an automatic import, and you have this other tool to deal with it so I don't have to, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Because it's all about being more efficient. Most tax preparers don't bill by the hour. They bill by the form. So if the form's taking me 3 hours, when I can upload it to you guys
Oh, yeah.
and you guys can handle
Right.
it and it's done while I'm not even thinking about it, I've just saved myself 3 hours.
And how does that, we have something for the review process too, right? When you bring it down, is it collated or how does that?
Oh, it's automatically organized and sorted by source document as well.
Okay.
So that's part of the time savings I always tell people is that you don't actually have to sort the documents before you send them into the scanner. So just throw them in. That's what I do. I'm totally lazy. I'll just throw it into the scanner and let it go. Because when it comes back, it's all organized and it's got all the names on it. And then I can use that for my final review copy. And that's a big value.
So I know that we want to see a demo, but I want
good.
to ask
This
real
is good.
quick. So when that, and I'm just curious because I'll be using all my free stuff this year, but when we do chuck it all into the scanner and upload it to you, does it come back, and I'm just curious, does it come back in the tax return by line item format so that you're lining it up that way, or is there, what's your system? What's your system of putting it in order?
That's a great question. They don't actually have, it's not by line item, it is sorted out. What we do is generally start with the W-2s and interest and dividends, and I'll have to look into that because I don't.
Just curious,
do it
I'm
off
just
the top.
curious. Yeah.
One of the
That's
things I do like though is that what I recommend to people, I like to have that single review document, is send everything you have because it organizes it. The top half will be everything that imports,
Okay.
and then there'll be a section that says non-imported documents.
very
So
interesting.
you'll know just
yeah.
everything below the line is what you have to input.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
So that's good enough of an
Yeah,
answer
so you
for
can
me.
just review it and just
Yeah, I love
Approve
it.
it.
Sweet.
I love that.
And thank you for that, Tracy. I mean, for both Lacert and ProSeries, tax import, save from spending time doing manual data entry. Please move those people to review roles or something. Or QuickBooks, of course.
Or getting coffee or something. Whatever.
So I was saying, let's look at ProSeries a bit.
Sure, yeah,
Tom.
yeah. So you go to the EF Center,
Nice.
and then once you go to the EF Center, you select the client, obviously,
Right,
that you
yeah.
want to attach the
Yeah, I see that.
attachment. Then a browse client will pop up. You just browse on your computer for it. And then once it's attached, you'll see a little paper clip, and I'll explain that later. And then you have to select the type. What type are you attaching? Is it a Schedule D? Tell me. So once you select that, it's very simple. Then you click OK. Any additional attachments, just hit Add Attachment again. And then once you close it, you click OK, go back to your screen, you'll see a little paper clip which tells you that there's an attachment. So it's very easy.
Wow.
Very
Excellent.
easy to use.
And Tracy, can you, and we haven't talked this before, but we have people use Lacert in ProSeries. But overall, like the overview difference between the two, between Lacert and ProSeries, I mean, is it a data entry difference between the two programs?
There's a data entry difference. So in LaCert, it's more of a detail input, and as Don was mentioning, in ProSeries, you're in that form and you're entering in that input. ProSeries also allows for some more overrides on particular lines. LaCert has more diagnostics, and it's kind of trying to track that input. So that's the biggest difference, I think.
Very cool, because I have some friends that do, one guy does about 2,000 returns, and he does 1040s and ProSeries in the business in LaCert. So both. And of course using tax import for both. Right? Just because. Save your time.
And one more thing, if you don't mind plugging, if you go to accountants.intuit.com, you have access to all the information, what's new. You can also go within the program. You can go to Ask ProSeries, enter your questions, and it's self-help. You don't have to worry about calling anybody. It's just right there for you. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Anything else, Don, or you guys want to add?
No, just looking forward to tax season.
That was my first role at Intuit. I was a
wait.
seasonal support rep in Tucson for ProSeries.
And when you sign up for ProSeries, you get the ProSeries newsletters that come out to give you updated information. So I do receive those.
You get me.
I've already taken a picture of that. That's a done deal. You are now in my pocket.
Right. Well, I just want to thank both Jose and Tracy. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to come on RFQ-TV, talk about ProSeries tax and of course tax import. So Radio Free QuickBooks TV out. We'll go ahead and hold the shot over here.
Thanks for watching this episode of RFQ-TV. For more episodes of RFQ-TV, you can check out intuitacademy.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and if you'd like to continue the discussions, you can find us on LinkedIn.